Last time on Revenge of the Jedi.
You know, sometimes I feel like we're working for the wrong team, Mitch.
How so?
Well, you remember Chris. I heard he asked for a raise, and Vader just used his space wizard magic and choked him to death.
Well, you should never ask Vader for extra pay. I mean, after the Death Star blew up, Palpatine's credit score went down bad.
Plus, that last planet we were on, Hoth, I lost a couple of toes due to frostbite.
I told you to stick your feet in the tauntaun I killed for you, but you complained that it smelled worse on the inside than they do on the outside.
Now they want us to kill these little teddy bear creatures? I don't think I could do this job anymore.
Well, I wouldn't say cute. They have spears and rocks. Oh, God! Damn it! Well, I don't think I have to worry about this job anymore, Ricky. Goodbye.
Fuck this. I quit.
Armageddon is almost upon us.
I got news for you. It's already here.
Hello, travelers. You're about to enter into a multiverse all about TV shows and movies. Welcome yourself into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. It's where our panelists talk about all the news stories, deep dive discussions on topics, and enjoy some nostalgic entertainment as well. Now, here are your hosts, Mitch Workman and Ricky Palmer. Welcome back, everybody. Man, I'll tell you what, Ricky, working for the Empire sucks sometimes.
I'd have to agree. Yeah.
The pay's not great, and they don't even have great benefits, and they only put a rail for the guys on the Death Star that fire the blaster cannon. You figure they put a rail there.
Yeah, good thing there's no such OSHA violation.
OSHA, yeah. You see, kids, OSHA is an act that helps keep people safe at the workplace. So,
yeah, unless you're being an idiot, which I've seen that happen a lot in jobs I've had.
Yeah, we have to admit
that's your own fault. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for those stupid people, insurance companies wouldn't be in business.
Thank you, folks. We're done with the show.
No, but we're back. Of course, we're back into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. Myself, Mitch, along with my good friend,
Mr. Ricky.
We're back for another fun-filled episode, aren't we, Ricky?
Yeah. Thanks ahead of time for all the birthday wishes and everything. So thank you, Mitch, and everybody else that did.
Yeah, I hope you had a good birthday.
Yeah, it was all right. It was good. It was just another day, but it was good.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Of course, we got to thank the Star Wars Star Cruiser letting us come in one last time because it's closing down later this year in September. So all you people at Disney want to get that trip, book it now.
Maybe if it didn't cost an arm and a leg, maybe more people
I know. Well, it's crazy because it's a 2-night stay in it, right? And for two people, it's like $6,000, and that's about the same amount of money you can spend on like a family of 4 if they spent like a week in Disney World.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like we're not in the greatest economy right now, which I don't blame Disney for building it because they didn't know the economy was gonna go the way it is. But even the average American, the average middle-class American can't afford that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just kind of sucks, but if you had a chance to go on it, cool. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So, but if you want to get that chance, get on it, book it now because they're closing in September. So, you got like the next 4 months to try to book a room. Speaking of booking stuff and all that, Ricky, what have you been watching lately? Anything good lately you've been catching up on?
Yeah, actually a few things. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I did watch the new Peter and Wendy movie. And it was all right. I'm not going to do like a full review because everybody knows the story of Peter Pan. Like, there have been multiple versions of it, things like Finding Neverland, Hook, the original cartoon. So I'm not really going to deep dive, but I'm about a 3. It does have a couple of different twists that I don't want to give away because it's still kind of freshly new. It's only about a month old, if that.
Yeah, it's been out for a month. I mean,
so
I'm with you. I'm about like a 3.5 out of 5. Like, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's good. I would say, check it out once with the kids. I think kids will like it. My daughter liked it. She wants to watch it again. But
casting wise, it was good. Yeah,
I did. I did like Jude Law as Captain Hook, and I did like Jim Gaffigan as Mr. Smee.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay, I thought it was that crazy guy. What's his name? Oh God, he had his own therapy show on like VH1. Oh, what's his name? He had the crazy hair. Gary Busey.
Oh,
I know it wasn't Gary Busey, folks. I know it wasn't Gary Busey, but he damn sure looked like it, that Mr. Smee. So
yeah, I did like it. I thought it was good. I think the casting was good, and
yeah,
definitely watch it for the twist. It had a good twist in it, and the problem is with like Peter Pan. It's like the same. I would say with like Cinderella. Like you've seen so many different takes on it.
Oh, it's Alice in Wonderland, Pinocchio, Snow White. There's like so many different takes of it that you can't really review it because it's like there's not many different news. Yeah. And then this is a nerd alert, Mitch. Nerd alert.
All right.
I've been watching that Jeopardy's Masters.
Oh,
it started a couple weeks ago. It's good. It's got one more week left. It was only a 3-week experiment. So this week's going to be the last week, and they're down to the final 4. And the guy that's the best player I've seen in my life, that James Holtower is just kicking everyone's butt. He's the best Jeopardy player I've ever seen myself.
See, I feel like ABC's got the right idea for like the summertime of having like game shows come to prime time. Or even like on Sundays, they had they had the Celebrity Jeopardy and the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Those were fun to watch.
Yeah, and they've kept up with that. And then when we do our news stories, you'll talk about some show cancellations. But every summer they always do games like To Tell the Truth or $1,000 Pyramid or
I think they do like Family Feud on prime time where they bring in celebrities for fun cause.
Mm-hmm. And then the last quick thing I have is in a couple days will be the last episode of Flash. Forever. It's been all right. Like it's the one thing I've noticed with DC shows is they start out really good in the first few years and they kind of taper off. So it's time. As much as I don't like that, it's time.
Well, speaking of that, we've got a lot to talk about here in a little bit, but I mean, no, that's not bad. I mean, you figure, okay, you've been through it. This is its 9th season, and at least they were finishing up, so at least you stuck through it. At least you're not like after 5 or 6, you're like, I'm out. I got shit to do.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm loyal to a fault on TV shows and some movies where I should have gave up, but I stuck with it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. And you kind of felt that same way after watching the series finale of the Goldbergs, where it was kind of like it didn't really give it a proper ending. Just kind of
no. And the show writers and directors, they said that it was supposed to be a season finale when they shot it, and then like a week later they got the axe. So they didn't really get a proper send off. But I really think they should have just stopped it last year. After the whole Jeff Garland thing, they should have just ended the series, but they went one more year, and I'm guessing ratings weren't good because it probably got tanked because of that.
Yeah, and I think that's the hard part is if with the TV show you got to keep it going, but if it's losing some of its main stars, and
George Siegel also passed away. So it was kind of one of those like bad timing on all fronts.
Yeah, and it was kind of like he was kind of a major heart for the show.
Yes.
So, but no, that's hopefully you see him maybe. I think it'd be cool if they brought it back for maybe like a 4-episode runoff to wrap it up. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. What have you been watching, Mitch?
Yeah, so here's a warning for everybody. If you got Paramount Plus, you can watch Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves right now on Paramount Plus. Watch that. I watched that again. It's so funny. I tell people go watch this.
It surprised me. I'm gonna say
it's my surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there for my surprise of the year, and it's just fun. I liked it. It was hilarious. But check it out. It's on Paramount Plus. I've just been catching up on Rebels, getting excited for Ahsoka in August. And here's a little warning for you people for Indiana Jones coming out next month, starting on May 31st on Disney Plus. Did you see this, Ricky? They're putting all 4 Indiana Jones on Disney Plus to watch.
All right. I mean, I've seen them plenty of times, and I'm actually a little surprised because I thought they were made by Paramount.
They were made by Paramount, but Lucasfilms was the production company. So
you're right.
But yeah, definitely watch that in a couple of weeks, and that hops on Disney Plus if you want to get ready for the new movie next month, which I'm excited for. But other than that, just been watching Dungeons and Dragons and watching my Star Wars Rebels, but nothing too much. Just excited for movies. The next month though, it's gonna be crazy for us with movies. You know that?
Yeah, you fans might get sick of us because we're gonna have me. I don't know about you, Mitch. I know that there's a saying that Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, and I know that we both love the Oscars, but I'm more of a summer movie guy, and I know that these aren't going to be your top Oscar movies. But I love going to see, if I do have a passion, it's like that summer blockbuster that I know that they're not going to be the best movies in the world, but much like the movie we reviewed a few weeks back, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's just that kind of like, I'm having fun type movies.
Yeah, it gets you excited to go back to the theaters, get out of the house, do something,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So, but before we move on, I do have an announcement. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Geeks of Utah rejoice! It's the 10th annual FanX Comic-Con and Pop Culture Convention coming to the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah, September 21st through the 23rd. Come see the stars of TV and films like Back to the Future, Scream, Smallville, Charmed. Just announced some of the cast members of Star Trek The Next Generation are going to be there. And some people from Clone Wars, including Bo-Katan herself. Katie Sackhoff's going to be there.
Yay!
Yeah. You can also meet some authors and artists there. Check out panels that can fill your geeky needs. Check out the merch booths. They lovely. Check out the lovely merch booth, people, to fill your geek shrine at home. I know one thing we can at least attest to, Ricky, is that the booths that they have there, it's big for the booths. Like, they almost have anything you could buy there, right?
Oh, yeah. One of the first ones that I went to, the first time I went, I think I just went the one day. But like the second time, I knew what I was getting into. And holy cow, those booths, like if you love Funko Pops, you could find those, samurai swords, comic books, artist renderings, things like that. Even 1 year, I think they had a wrestling ring there.
Yeah, they did.
For the local Utah Wrestling Federation. So they have it all in that little booth section.
It's all fun. I would tell people, check it out. Bring some money because, you will go broke.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But trust me, like Ricky said, you got your Funko Pops, you got your artist rendering, you got your novelty stuff, you got your weapon replicas. I mean, it's just fun, and go check it out. And if you want more info on that, you can check that out. Go to fanxsaltlake.com. That's fanxsaltlake.com for tickets, info. If you want to sell stuff, hey, they might have some booths available to sell. If you want to volunteer, they're always looking for volunteers. If you want to get a hotel, man. They have good hotel reservations down there too.
Sometimes, just a heads up on that too, I think they have packages sometimes.
They do. They do. They'll usually put
packages. Yeah.
So yeah, check that out. We hide in the dumpsters behind the restaurants of Hollywood to get the news stories for you.
Hey, leftover chicken Alfredo!
It's entertainment news. Lovable news. We haven't done news for a while just because we've been so busy with the show. But We got a couple of news stories. You want to go first, or you want me to go
Sure,
first?
I can. I can go first real quick.
What are you bringing to the table for us today, Ricky?
Well, it's funny you should say that because, this guy uses tables in his, day job. But Seth Rollins, a professional wrestler with the WWE, will be joining the cast of Captain America 4. It is rumored that he'll be part of the Serpent Society. He'll be joining Tim Blake as another one of the villains.
Yes, that is your leader. He was also in the Incredible Hulk. He was the doctor that worked on Banner in the Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
I am excited for this and also scared at the same time. Now you're like, why would you be scared, Ricky? Well, I'll just throw out a few names here. The Rock, John Cena, Batista, The Rock's cousin Roman Reigns in some sense because he's rumored to be also leaving, and I would hate to lose Seth Rollins. Now, Stone Cold, he didn't really do that great in movies. He did okay, and same with Triple H. But Seth Rollins he is so charismatic, and I don't want to go on a wrestling tangent, so I'll make it quick. His current character right now scares me because it's that good that I could see people in Hollywood like he could do anything.
Oh yeah.
And that's what scares me is he is good as an actor. Forget his athleticism, but this current character that he's playing, he's over the top, charismatic, and if that's what won him the job, more power to you, Seth. What do you think, Mitch?
I'm with you. I kind of like the ideas of how wrestlers can make some great actors, looking at The Rock and John Cena and Dave Bautista. These are guys who, basically when you're a wrestler, you're playing a character as well. So it's kind of acting in a way. I'm kind of excited to see what Seth Rollins is going to bring to Captain America and a New World Order. I wonder if he's going to put together the New World Order. Wow. I was kidding. Still think they need to work a better name for that title because all I think
there's
is
a rumor that they are. There's a rumor that they are, yes.
But no, I think it should be interesting. I'm excited to see how this is going to go. Still another year till this comes out, but I'm excited. I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is Harrison Ford playing Thaddeus Ross, filling in the shoes of William Hurt, who passed away, and he's replacing him. So it's kind of interesting how they're going to do that. But no, I think for Seth Rollins, it's going to be kind of some wrestlers got it, some wrestlers don't. He might got it, so.
Yeah, I fingers crossed. I want him to have it because I think he is a good person, but I don't want to lose another guy well, there goes another wrestler. He's off to Hollywood, but real quick on a tangent, is this the first time that Harrison Ford's been like a villain in a movie?
No, I think he's been a villain before. I mean,
okay,
yeah,
because I just haven't seen it, but I'm so used to him being like Han Solo and Indiana Jones that like it's hard for me to picture him as a villain. But
yeah, he's played a villain before, so
gotcha.
But I think in this one he's not going to be really more of a villain. The real villain really is going to be the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson. So I'm excited. I am excited. So. Well, just to bring some sad news to the bunch. I'm sorry, people. It is the end of spring and beginning of summer. Of course, what does that mean? A lot of TV shows not coming back next year. The cancellation bear has came through the town and ravaged the city a lot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so some of your shows are coming back, but there are a few that aren't. I know ABC, they canceled Big Sky, which just finished up their third season. And,
really? I've heard.
Yeah.
I'll let you speak. Go. Sorry.
Yeah, that got canceled, but hey, Reba's got another job. She's going to be on The Voice, so. I know when you talked about Alaska Daily, we talked about last year. That got canceled after one season. The Company You Keep, a new series on ABC, well, that's gone too. Other newcomers that came and never really left an impression on CBS, True Lies. A remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis movie. That the problem is with this show is it's
a movie, not a show.
It's a movie. It's hard to make it into a series. 911 was canceled by Fox, but then ABC picked it up. So, but they did get rid of Call Me Kat, starring Maya Bialik. That got canceled. Yeah. And just a couple of the other one too, and you're going to be sad about this. Apparently, CW is going all Bed Bath and Beyond and just closing everything down.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, so a lot of the series on it. Kung Fu got canceled after 2 seasons. Walker Independence got canceled after 1. And the Winchesters, the prequel series to Supernatural, got canceled after 1 season. Still up in the air is Gotham Knights and Superman and Lois. No words on yet if those are going to be renewed or not, but most people are saying likely it's going to lead to cancellation because
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, just due to the new ownership of the CW. It sounds like they're just going for a fresh new start on TV series for that network. So, Ricky, any ones here that you're kind of sad about that you were really bummed that got canceled?
Well, I mean, sad. I'm not. I mean, the CW stuff. It surprises me because Kung Fu. Well, actually, a lot of the CW, even those shows that I don't like that Walker Independence, or like the Riverdale show I heard is gone too.
Yeah, it ended. It had its final season.
But it's just like, what are you doing at CW? Like, are they just kind of restarting, like hitting the reset button on their company or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Just with the new ownership of CW, I think they're just looking to do a fresh new start on some TV shows and see what they bring to the table. But... And
then on the big 4 networks, when you mentioned that Call Me Kat and that Big Sky, I've heard good things about both those, so I'm a little surprised that they both got canceled.
Well, and I think for the one for Call Me Kat had Leslie Jordan on it, who is he's a hilarious actor, but he passed away just last year due to a car wreck. I think when they lose a big part of the heart of the show, kind of really kills the mojo of a show.
Yeah.
So, but no, what are your guys' thoughts? What are some shows that you love that got canceled that you think should have not got canceled? Email us at intothemo@gmail.com or comment on our Facebook page or even our YouTube channel. Comment and tell us what you think should have not been canceled, should have been canceled, or what are you looking forward to this coming fall for the new TV series? So we'll have more of that down the road too, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll. I try to keep up with that around August or September. You know, even though me personally, September's football, but I do like to see the new shows. I am surprised. I am surprised they kept Quantum Leap, because I did look at the ratings each week, and they didn't, on paper, they didn't look good to me. But maybe they had good. I know the metrics are different if you watch it on Peacock.
Yeah,
I know the metrics.
A lot of people. Yeah, because they try to throw the metrics a little bit into that too. On Hulu or Peacock or whatever streaming services they put it on the day after. They at least use the data for that to see what people are doing. So
and so maybe it does better as a on their streaming app. Maybe that's why they kept it. But it was okay, but I was surprised they kept it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do for season 2. So
yep.
Ricky.
Yep.
Nostalgic Zone. I know last week, Ricky, we had to talk about movies of 1983, which was a fun topic. I thought it was a good topic to talk about.
Yeah. Real quick before we get on to our subject, would you? I would love to do that for movies that are like 15 years old or 20. Not every month, but like occasionally, just throw it in there.
Oh, I got one we can talk about in a couple weeks. You're gonna like. So.
Okay.
But no, we're gonna talk about the one movie that we left off that people were probably like, why did you not talk about that one? That was the biggest one of 1983. It's episode 6 of Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. On May 24th. Yep, May 24th is the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Ricky, this is one that, we both would agree was a good one. I know it's not high on your list, but it's still a really good one. What was some good things you liked about Return of the Jedi?
The first thing, because I got a list of a couple things. The first thing was Luke bringing the Jedi back, like bringing them back to prominence, because he kind of steals the show, so to speak, with this movie, because he's saving Han. Sorry, spoilers, people, but I mean it's a 40.
Been out for 40 years. Where the hell have you been?
But like he's helping change his dad's mind on things. He's basically running the show for the rebels, even though they're not Jedi. So I gotta say, Luke like kind of taking the mantle as the head Jedi guy, and then the passing of Yoda, which was sad, but it was a good passing. Like he felt like Luke had everything in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. It's kind of cool to see that, the training was kind of done for Luke, and the next test was how are you going to defeat Vader? If you think they're still good to him, how are you going to defeat him? How are you going to bring that out of him? I think the thing I really would like to say that it really went interesting on is Luke kind of went a little dark at the beginning, if you looked at it.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like when he walked into the Jabba's hut, he choked out some of the pig guys. It's like, geez, that's not very Jedi-like there, Luke. God.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of showing that, yeah, you kind of have to dip into the dark side a little bit to get things done. Maybe not properly, but I would say with Luke being a little bit dark in the beginning, was kind of like, Jesus, God, Luke, God, oh my God.
Yeah, well, they kind of needed that on something I got written down here. They needed Luke to be a little bit darker, because I think a character got watered down a little bit myself.
Oh, okay.
And,
I mean, one of the things I will say that was kind of fun with this was, trying to think. Sorry. I think the Rancor at the beginning was kind of cool to see.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And I love how Boba Fett, who George Lucas at the time didn't think was a big character, but received all the backlash when he killed Boba Fett in the 6th one, and people were just outraged, like, how could you kill Boba? Boba was badass.
Yeah, but he was at the time. Now, folks, at the time, he wasn't he was just a random character, like a random bounty hunter. And so, I mean, I didn't get to see this as a kid, so I don't know. Me personally, I didn't see it till my 20s. So to me, I felt like it was just a random character dying. But because I know he's in Empire, but he's only in it for a little bit when he hunts down Han. But
and no disintegration.
Yeah, but I did not know about the backlash. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, and now you see how big Boba is, and I think it just shows to you that not all bounty hunters are evil. Some of these bounty hunters, they're just looking to make a paycheck. They're looking to just get money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you watch that with Mandalorian, you could definitely see how the whole bounty hunter scheme is. It's not really just because they're evil dickheads. It's just they're trying to make an earning. And if that's the best way they can make an earning, then damn it, might as well use your skills to the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there.
One thing I will say that's kind of interesting with Return of the Jedi is it's kind of hard to follow up after Empire. And it had I think a lot of people went there with a lot of expectations, and some just didn't feel like it lived up to that expectation. I know you told me off air that, it's not your favorite. It's not one of your favorites. It's okay, but it's not really up there with all the other ones, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And there's 2 reasons why. One, I really wish they would have went this direction. I wrote down Ewoks were supposed to be Wookiees. And there's a documentary that in 2005, when I bought the DVDs, there was this thing called oh, I forget the name of it, but it's about George Lucas. And he wanted the Ewoks to be Wookiees, but the movie studio's like, we need toys, George. We need toys. So he made them into Ewoks, sorry, because they wanted to be the cute teddy bears. And I think the movie would have been a lot better if it was a planet of Wookiees that helped the rebels. And then, like I said, I think Han was a little watered down because he also in that Empire Dreams, that's what it's called. He said he wished he died in the second one, so his character I felt was a little watered down. It was still Han Solo, and I loved him as Han Solo in the third one, but I feel like with the love story and stuff, I feel that he was a little watered down, and maybe he should have passed away in the second one.
Yeah, and I kind of don't blame Harrison. I think when you kill a major character, it definitely can bring out the emotions of other people. Like maybe you can see Leia really use the Force more in that way. Like it triggers her to where now it's that whole, with the Force, does she become more dark side because the love of her life is dead? Yeah, like play with that factor of it,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Harrison just kind of felt like, hey, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah.
Let me make the wisecracking lines and then, hey, cool. But I just think it was just with Harrison, it just kind of felt watered down. One thing we didn't talk about that really we saw in the third one, technically, or episode 6, is we got to see Emperor Palpatine in person for the first time, because we never saw him episode 4. We only seen the hologram video calling, hologram Zoom.
Oh God, that's funny.
But this one we actually saw Palpatine in the flesh, and we saw how Vader was kind of his bitch of, you have to do what I say. Oh yes, my master. What is thy bidding, my master?
Yeah, and how he was kind of using Vader as a puppet, which when you get into the episodes 1, 2, and 3, you figure that out. But at the time, there was no such thing as 1, 2, and 3. And so in the third one, when Palpatine does show up, he kind of plays Vader as a puppet and forces him to almost kill his own son.
Yeah, to where it's like, you're kind of like, wow, Vader, how far gone are you? Like, because you keep hearing about all this stuff about how Vader and Anakin was a great Jedi Knight. And it's like, how did that person get turned into this guy? And I think it was kind of great in a way to have the prequels explain that more, to where the best way to describe the prequels is these words, people, is calm down, Anakin.
Yeah.
But I think with the Emperor, though, you got to feel the dark side. You felt why the Empire is so evil, so corrupted, so wanting, order and peace in the galaxy. And I loved it. I love Palpatine in this. It was great to see Palpatine for the first time.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I will say that kind of felt like, wow, you kind of ran out of ideas for the plot. A second Death Star.
Yeah.
I know if you read the scrolls, it's supposed to be like a bigger, better Death Star, and it's still in the middle of being fixed.
Yeah.
It's not quite done yet. So it's you have your car running, but it's don't worry, we'll put on the doors and the windows and we'll put the hood on later. Just it's getting fixed, okay?
Yeah, and do you think that we kind of touched on it a second ago, but do you think that because Empire did so well that they're we threw everything in Empire, now we're out of ideas?
I could see that, maybe. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's part of me gets why they did the Death Star 2, but then part of me is you didn't really need the Death Star 2. I think I'm with you. I think it would be cool if it was Kashyyyk that they were on and not Endor, and it was the Wookiees and not Ewoks. I think it would have been even fantastic.
And you could have still done the whole the Wookiees could have used nature and things like that as weapons, like the Ewoks did. But I think that it would have brought more credence to the thing. But me, and to be fair, like I said, I watched these as adults. I wasn't into Star Wars. We'll get to that here in a little bit when we do our countdown. But I wasn't really into Star Wars as a kid. And so maybe if I was a kid, I might have liked the Ewoks. But as an adult, I was like, well, why not have a bunch of Wookiees?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I didn't mind the Ewoks. I mean, if you look at it, we wouldn't have.
No,
Warwick
in
Davis.
the end, no.
We wouldn't have Warwick Davis have a job. All right. So,
yeah.
But no, I would say it has its moments of ups and downs, but it's still like an okay conclusion to this trilogy.
Correct. Yeah.
I think the thing that cracks me up is, when you go watch the special edition, they totally erased the original guy that did the Ghost Vader and they put it over with Hayden Christensen.
Which I think is kind of messed up because I'm old school, so I would have liked it to be the original character. Like it doesn't do anything for me either way.
I mean, it could have been like, what would Vader look like if he was that age, if he was a Jedi,
Correct.
Or like, it kind of gave you like the, what would you look like if you died and you went to heaven? Well, this is how I would look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wiser and sexier. But no, in the end, it's still a fun Star Wars movie. What are, any other final thoughts you can think about with Return of the Jedi?
No, nothing final. I will say this, that I feel bad for the fans that lived during that time because that was it. Like there was going to be no more Star Wars after that. So to them, they might like it a little bit more than I did because it was the ending, and it was, even though I thought it was a little cheesy, it was the ending that they deserved. It was a good ending.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. It's like after that, I was like, well, that's it, folks. We're done. All right, close up shop. Let's go. But then 15 years later, you got the prequels coming out, so it's like, shit. All right, now we got money again. And then you had Clone Wars, Rebels, the new sequel trilogies, and God knows what else we got with Mandalorian, Book of Boba.
It's crazy because there's a Star Wars podcast I listen to, and they said that like the 90s were a dark time because there was there was no books coming out, there was no comics.
I think the only thing in the 90s you had was maybe video games.
Yeah.
That was the only property really coming out in the 90s for Star Wars was video games. So, and then you had the resurgence of the re-release special editions in 97 for all three movies, which was kind of fun to do, where they did like January was New Hope, February was Empire, and then March was going to be Return of the Jedi.
When you when a couple years back in when did the first was it 2015 or 2014 when the Force Awakens came?
2015.
2015. Did you hear that they were gonna release all of them again? Like kind of like what you said, like 1 month it was gonna be this, 1 month it was gonna be that, and they really only got to like a couple of them, and then they just quit.
Yeah. No, what it was is they re-released Phantom Menace in 3D.
Yeah.
And they were hoping maybe people will go see it in 3D. And it didn't do as good as they were hoping. I know my wife saw it in 3D with Phantom Menace, and she loves it. But then again, she loves Phantom Menace. That's her favorite.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with me here in a second.
But I mean, you gotta remember what people's ages were when they came out. So like when Sierra, when that came out, she was 12. So, and I think with that, it's just, I think they were trying to just see what they could do. I think it would be better if they just released all 6 into theaters, maybe like a month before each one. Like say, because I mean, it came out in December of 2015, so maybe like the start of May, which would have been perfect for May the 4th. So like from May to November, you would just have you'd have each Star Wars movie be in the theater, and then,
what
maybe
happened? It didn't do that well, so they just kind of.
Yeah, but I think they were just trying to see it with the 3D technology compared to just re-releasing it. So, but I think it would have been fun if they did that. If they went from May to November, a Star Wars movie each month to get people excited for the new ones. And maybe like at the end of each one, you could show like a little sneak preview to The Force Awakens. It could have been like,
wow,
introduce like, this is Daisy Ridley as Rey. This is
John Boyega
as Finn. This is Oscar Isaac as Poe. I mean, it would have been cool if they did something like that, But
yeah, and then
I don't work for Disney, people, so
yeah.
I think it would have been fun if they did something like that. But no, what are some of your guys' favorite Star Wars moments of Return of the Jedi? We'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, right, Ricky?
Oh yeah.
Thoughts and comments, man. Thoughts and comments. But yeah, we'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Message us on Facebook at Into the Multiverse of Entertainment Podcasts. Email us at intothemo@gmail.com, or even comment on our YouTube page. If you're listening to us on YouTube, give us a good comment. We'd love to hear what you people have to say. Well, we had a fun time with the Nostalgic Zone talking about Return of the Jedi, celebrating 40 years. We thought, hey, why not we just rank the Star Wars movies, what we think personally on the Star Wars film franchise. Of course, there's been 12 movies in the past, 46 years. We're going to go down my list. Ricky's going to go down his list. And then we're going to go off a list that IGN actually did this around the 45th anniversary last year of them ranking all 12 Star Wars films. Let's start with the bottom, shall we, Ricky?
Sure.
I think you, me, and IGN agree that the worst one of all the Star Wars movies is the Clone Wars, the movie, not the TV series. The TV series is great.
Yeah.
We can admit that the Clone Wars was more of it's a pilot episode that was released in theaters.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay, but it's compared to the other stuff. Yeah, it's not that great. It's okay. Now, I think we should put a disclaimer, though, is these are the movies that we don't hate. We just think, what we personally like.
None of these we hate, yeah.
We love these movies. So, and Clone Wars, it's okay. I don't hate it. I like it. But it's not great compared to the other 11 films we have top. Ricky, who do you have for your number 11 pick?
Phantom Menace, and here's why. It was my introduction to Star Wars.
Okay.
And I thought it sucked. I did. At the time, I haven't even seen any of the old ones yet, because growing up, I thought it was for nerds. I'll be honest. I wasn't a dick about it, but I was like, isn't that for like weirdos and nerds?
You weren't yelling at people.
No,
nerd!
No, because I got made fun of. So I was more a silent, like, in my head. I was like, isn't this like for weirdos? And
you're
so
I picture you like walking by. What a dweeb.
Yeah, but I would
like
never
just say like quietly to yourself, what a dweeb.
Yeah, and like we said, it was some of the dark times were the 90s. So when I was a kid, it wasn't like as prevalent. So
yeah.
But number 11, I got Phantom Menace.
Yeah. I kind of went a little different. I went the Attack of the Clones, the second Star Wars movie. It's okay. Out of the prequel series, that's probably the one I don't like the most. Number 10, should we see what IGN said what number 10 is? Oh, and by the way, IGN said for 11 was Rise of Skywalker, so kind of interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got more to go. Of course, let's go to number 10 here. What I have at number 10 on my list is The Rise of Skywalker. The last one of the sequel trilogy. I felt like it would have been different if Carrie Fisher lived. It's just unfortunate timing. She passed away right after Last Jedi finished wrapping up to come out the year after. I really thought with Rise of Skywalker, they were going to have something with her if she didn't pass away.
Yeah, I agree with you. My number 10 is Attack of the Clones. I got a theme here, but
Okay.
number 10 is Attack of the Clones. You know, just same. It was a little bit better than Phantom Menace in my eyes.
Okay, that's not fun. And of course, IGN actually agreed with you, Ricky, at number 10, Attack of the Clones. So this is gonna be an interesting list to see if we match up. You know.
Yeah.
We'll start off with number 9. This is 9 that IGN said on their list of Star Wars movies. They put the Phantom Menace at number 9. Interesting.
Okay.
What do you have at your 9, Ricky?
Revenge of the Sith. It changes after this, Mitch, but
Okay.
9, I got Revenge of the Sith. That was the one I actually liked the better of the three of them because I liked. I'm gonna dip into my wrestling history here. I liked the character turn of Anakin Skywalker into a villain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Revenge of the Sith out of those three the best.
Nice. That's not bad. For number 9, I actually agreed with IGN. I put Phantom Menace at number 9. I think, to me, Phantom Menace, yeah, the pod racing and Anakin being a kid, it's okay. But 2 reasons I really love this movie. One is Darth Maul, and we got introduced to the double-bladed lightsaber, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
And Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon Jinn. I love Qui-Gon Jinn. He's one of my favorite Jedi. So number 8.
I forgot about that when I was ranking these. Last Jedi.
And number 8?
Number 8, yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
I just I think that with with the movie I have, number 7, I gave it actually a little more credit than because of Carrie Fisher's death, that I actually put the last one above it, because I think that it could have been something different, but no particular reason why I didn't like Last Jedi more. It's no particular reason.
Okay. I'll go my number 8. Number 8, I had Solo, A Star Wars Story.
Whoa.
I love the cast. I thought it was fun. I think the only problem I had with this movie, and I think the previews did this a lot, was a lot of the whole, is Chewie gonna die? Of course he's not gonna die, you dumbasses. I mean, the cast is great. I think Donald Glover as young Lando was perfect casting. Thank you, Internet, for getting something right. The other thing, too, is the Alden Ehrenreich to play a young Harrison Ford. I thought he did pretty good, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I would change that one bit. I think he did really good. But, you know, I have Solo at 8, even though the thing I love, too, is that with Solo, it's the whole, we found out he cheated on the Kessel Run thing.
Yeah.
Are we surprised? No. Here's an interesting one. IGN, for their number 8 movie, they went Solo, A Star Wars Story. All right, this should be getting interesting now. We're getting to the top 7. Number 7, I went The Force Awakens. The nostalgic of bringing back, you know, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and even Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca for some scenes, you know. It was great to see the cast back, and it brought back the nostalgic, and it was probably one of the more higher grossing Star Wars movies of them all. But it was fun to be introduced to new characters like Poe, Finn, and Rey. Number 7 for IGN, they actually went a little bit different here. They went with Revenge of the Sith, Ricky. Not too bad.
Wow.
Yeah, they went. Yeah. What do you have at your number 7?
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
I thought that if Carrie Fisher was in it, I think it would have been a lot better. Mm-hmm. I think, and that's why I gave it a little more credence, because I think I know where J.J. Abrams was wanting to go. Yeah. And so that's why I gave it a little more credit. But yeah, and maybe I should have flip-flopped 7 and 8, because I see them on par with each other. So like, it depends on the day of the week. Like, maybe I might have Last Jedi a little bit. Maybe I might have Last Jedi as 7 instead of 8, but they're on par with each other.
Okay, not bad. Number 6, we'll go off what IGN has for number 6.
Okay.
Number 6, they have The Force Awakens. Of course, not a bad choice. What do you have for your number 6, Ricky?
Return of the Jedi.
Okay, not bad. And, go ahead.
Just the same reasons that, like, I think what hurt it for me is just the cheesy teddy bear ending. I was expecting a lot more with that, so that's why I have it at 6.
You know what, Ricky? Guess what, buddy?
What?
I'm with you there too. At number 6, I've got Return of the Jedi. At number 6. I think with it's good, it's fun, it's a good closure to that trilogy set. But yeah, the ending was kind of cheesy. Even Harrison Ford has gone on to say, yeah, that's kind of a cheesy ending, but okay. But no, not too bad. Let's go to number 5. Ricky, what do you have for your number 5?
Force Awakens.
Okay.
At number 5. I liked the nostalgia. I liked seeing Rey and Poe and Finn and all them. I loved it a lot. And I liked seeing Harrison Ford back, and even Kylo Ren. Everything you've already mentioned is why I like it more at 5.
Not bad. Number 5, I went The Last Jedi. I actually really liked The Last Jedi compared to a lot of people not liking it. I like how they changed it to where to be a Jedi, like Luke says, the Jedi have to die. Because to be balanced with the Force, you have to dip both light and dark side. The problem is, how do you balance it? And Rey proved that perfectly, that that's how you balance the Force. You have to dip to the dark side, and you have to dip to the light side too sometimes, and has its consequences, but it's okay.
Yep.
IGN for their number 5. I'm actually surprised by this one. They had Rogue One at number 5. Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see what we have to say about Rogue One. We haven't said that yet on our list. Let's see where we're at. We're at number 4. We're in the top 4 now. This should be getting good.
Yeah.
Number 4, I've got A New Hope, the one that started it all. It's just a great movie to start off this whole series. Han Solo shooting first. Han shot first, you assholes. Okay, I will say that till the day I die. Han shot first.
Do I put that on your tombstone?
Yeah, that'd be on my tombstone. Han shot first. Just you got to start somewhere, and it was a great way to start. It felt very like, yeah, like when they blew up the Death Star, like, yeah, something kind of cool, but it's fun. What do you got for let's see what IGN's got for number 4, then we'll get your number 4, Ricky. IGN has The Last Jedi actually for their number 4, so
okay.
Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to complain. So right now they're saying that's the best of the sequel trilogies is Last Jedi. So Ricky, what do you got for number 4?
We're twins. I got A New Hope.
Might as well go with the one that started it all, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's a good one. This is getting good.
I like A New Hope. It felt very organic to me when I watched it, because what happened is I watched 1 and 2, and then Dan said, "Hey, you might want to check out the old ones." And so to me, it felt more organic.
IGN's up first. You want to guess what they got for number 3, Ricky?
Probably A New Hope.
No, not actually. They actually got Return of the Jedi at number 3. So interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I know. All right, Ricky. What do you have for your number 3?
Rogue One.
Good one.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked it really a lot, but it's close to my number 1 and my number 2. It's paper thin on how close they are.
It's such a coin flip. Huh?
But I will tell the audience this, that 1, 2, and 3 for me, and I know 2's already been said, but 1, 2, or 3 for me, I feel are leaps and bounds ahead of the other 9.
Okay. I'm gonna get a lot of wow. Why'd you go with that one? Number 3 for me. I went Revenge of the Sith.
Whoa, okay. Oh, this feels. We're done.
Really? Yeah, I have Revenge of the Sith up there, and I'll give my reasons why. It's like you said, it's the turn of Anakin, but it's also you see the downfall of the Jedi. You see why they failed. You see why Obi-Wan could not kill Anakin. You see the emotions. You see the pain, the agony, and I'm gonna say this: it has the best lightsaber fight in all the Star Wars.
I will give you that. Yes, I will.
It is the best fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan. I don't think anything has almost come close. It is just such an emotional lightsaber fight, and I think that's what makes it more of a great fight is the emotions that Anakin wants to kill him. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan just wants to stop him. Stop him and convince him you are wrong. Palpatine is telling you lies, and let me tell you why, But yeah, I have Revenge of the Sith at number 3. Ricky, what's your number 2 you got?
Solo. And on the piece of paper, I did write down Rogue One second, and I crossed it out and put Solo. I like the Han Solo character. I thought it was great casting. I think Disney, your marketing sucks because it killed it. And the other thing I think that killed that movie is it came out in August.
Oh no, it came out in May, but it came out like May. It came out like 6 months right after The Last Jedi.
Thank you. Yes, sorry. You're right. But I love Solo. I like nostalgia. And that's maybe that's why I didn't like The Last Jedi and all that as much, but I loved how Solo, and that's what I like about Rogue One too, is what it leads up to is New Hope. Yeah. And so I like that nostalgia of how we found out why Han Solo's the way he is. Woody Harrelson's great in that movie.
Oh yeah.
And also his I forget his girlfriend's name in it, but she's
Tandy Newton. Tandy Newton as his wife?
No. Solo's girlfriend.
Oh, Emilia Clarke.
Yes, she was awesome in that too. So to me, that's why I have it at number 2.
And Paul Bettany's in it, and he's really good too. It's got a good cast. I think with that, what they should have done is not release it in May. They should have waited till like December. Because I don't know about you, but I loved a Star Wars movie every December. Because you had Force Awakens in 2015, you had Rogue One in 2016, Last Jedi, and then 2018 you could have moved Solo, and then 2019 you would have had The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and that would have been perfect.
Yeah. So I think what it was, it's just it had bad timing because it had the whole backlash of people not liking Last Jedi as much.
Yeah,
so
and I'm not saying Last Jedi is bad at all.
Yeah,
I liked it. I thought it was really good. All the things that you said,
Yeah. So, for number 2 for IGN, they've got A New Hope, which is understandable. I think A New Hope.
Yeah.
And for me, for number 2, I have Rogue One. I really loved Rogue One because the thing I loved about it the most, and this is probably why I like the Andor series too, is it's not your typical Star Wars movie.
It was not. No.
And I think what I liked about it too was you knew these people were going to die. Once they passed the shields of that planet, your thought is they're all not coming back. They're all dying. And great cast of characters. Oh man, I mean, Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso and Diego Luna as Andor was just phenomenal. And the other thing I will say, menacing Vader. That hallway scene with Vader, that's the Vader we've all been wanting to see, is that menaceful. So, all right.
I thought you would have that at 1. I honestly did.
Here's the thing. I think we can all agree what number 1 is. Both IGN, because you and me are all in agreement on the number 1 at least. Yeah. And which one would that be, Ricky? Go for it.
The Muppets Star Wars special.
The Star Wars holiday special.
No, Empire Strikes Back. I don't want to be a dick, but I would have gave you credit for Rogue One if you put it 1, because
Mm-hmm.
I thought so, and I thought we were going to be different. That's why I wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
I thought you would go Rogue One because I know you love it a little bit more than I do.
Oh, I loved it.
I thought you would have Empire 2 and Rogue One 1, my opinion. But yeah, just there is so much great in that movie that it deserves a whole episode. I think. You know, you got the Luke, I'm your father stuff, the love story, which I thought the love story was better in 2 than it was in 3. That's why I said he got kind of watered down. And I wish he would have died, because I think that would have gave more to the cause. Because
and not just to the cause, but to Leia. Because how is she going to react?
Han Solo had like no family. He was a scoundrel. He was a bad guy. Like on paper, would I go to the bar with him? Probably not, because I'm not really into bad guys. But I think that's why he should have died for her, because he had nothing to lose. Like he should have passed away, and then it would have gave more to the cause and more to like you said, Princess Leia and Luke. I think it would have. Now maybe it would have made Luke more angry and bitter,
because he lost a friend.
His father, yes.
Yeah,
so, and maybe would have made him that way. But I understand Lucas's reasons for bringing him back. But yeah, Empire #1, yes.
Well, the thing I will say that I liked about Empire Strikes Back the most is it's like probably one of the only movies I've seen in a long time, probably in the earliest times, to where the good guys get knocked down. They don't win. And I mean, the Empire doesn't win quite much, but the rebels don't lose, but get knocked down. So it's that whole, okay, how are you going to bounce back now? You lost Han. Vader is now messing with Luke's mind, because now Luke knows that Vader is his father. So it's more of the psyche. He lost an arm. It's that whole psyche. It's that whole, why should I trust Obi-Wan now? Because now he's doing what the Anakin thought the Jedis were doing, was lying to him. So that's why I think if you go back and watch Return as well, you see that little darkness in Luke, why he can't trust Obi-Wan, because the Jedis lied to him that Vader was his father. And if you look at it, it's the same thing that happened with Anakin, is that he thought, he was fed these lies that, he was not going to be a Jedi Knight, but he thought the Jedis were lying. So it's kind of like a weird twist of turn. Like the Jedis never lied to Anakin, but now they're lying to Luke. So it's like you're losing someone again. You're almost losing another Jedi to help your cause by lying to him.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know about that much about movie history. I know you know more than me, but to me, that's one of the first movies where the bad guy won, where the bad guy got the way. I mean, there could have been movies in the 60s and 70s, but to me, that was one of the first ones where the bad guy got his way. Usually movies were quote unquote fairy tale endings, like the way what New Hope ended. And that was almost every movie. But in that one, kudos to George Lucas and Kasdan and all them to see that we need to have the bad guy win. We need to have them have adversity.
Well, I mean, if you look at it too, I think if you didn't have something like that for ending, you wouldn't get other twist endings down the road. Like I would use, for example, Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, yeah.
Where they lost. So now it's that whole, the next episode is like, how do you bounce back from a loss? What do you do? What do you do to right the wrong,
Yeah.
And I think that's what was so great with Empire, is that you saw that. But no, I think we had a fantastic list. I love this list, Ricky.
Yeah. we were pretty different on a lot of them, actually. I thought we would be closer.
But at least we can agree what the best Star Wars movie is.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I actually thought Empire was way above all the rest of them. But I've kind of, with Rogue One and Solo and them, I think that the gaps closed a little bit. But
yeah. But no, what are some of your guys' favorite? What would you say is the number one Star Wars movies, or what's your list? Send us your top 12 Star Wars movies. You can send that to intothemo@gmail.com. Comment us on Facebook at Into the Multiverse of Entertainment Podcast, or just look us up on YouTube at Into the Multiverse of Entertainment Podcast on YouTube. Leave us comments. We'd love to hear it. Thoughts and comments, man. Thoughts and comments.
Uh-oh! We're coming to the end! See? This is a big ending! Wait! Where are you going?
Oh man, we've reached the end. What a fantastic episode this was, damn it.
yeah, I love these little when we look back on I like rankings too. When we look back on like what you thought was the best about Star Wars and the worst. So down the road, I would love to do these about. There's so many other franchisees or franchise movies that have had, I mean, I ain't going to do like the 10 Fast and the Furious,
Oh God. Oh man, I don't know if you've seen the reviews so far. It's not doing so good with reviews.
Really? Because a local lady gave it an A+. But she gave it an A+ because it's a turn off your brain and eat popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know, because like it's supposed to, like, the thing is, it's supposed to make a lot of money because the budget for it was like almost $400 million.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know if you're gonna get that money back. I think they said they had to at least make like $800 to $900 million just to break even, maybe.
Jesus.
Just with all the promotions and marketing. But
did you hear that it's a 3-parter?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 3-parter they want to try to do.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to wrap this up, guys. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Like, part of me wants to go see it, but then part of me doesn't want to. I don't know. It's been a while since I've gotten into a fast movie.
Yeah, same here. You know what Fast and Furious movie I liked was, speaking of spin-offs like Rogue One, I liked Hobbs and Shaw.
I did. Hobbs and Shaw was fun.
Yeah.
That's a turn off your brain and have fun. Especially when you can tell Idris Elba was having fun as the villain.
Oh, yeah. And then The Rock teaming up with Jason Statham. I thought, this isn't going to work.
Yeah. Well, there's rumors that they're going to make a second one of that, and the villain might be Henry Cavill.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yeah, so I know my wife's going to be like, yeah.
I would go to that, yes. I would definitely
you get Idris Elba in the first one saying I'm Black Superman. Then you get the Superman to play the villain in the next one.
And I know that's probably sacrilegious in the Fast and the Furious fandom, and they probably are pissed at us. But I liked Hobbs and Shaw better than I did even the originals.
Yeah, because it's good. Turn off your brain, have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think we should hop back in the Star Cruiser before they book their last cruise. So
yeah, bon voyage.
Yeah, bon voyage. We'll toast a starry to you.
All those people out of work, all those clone troopers on that ship.
Great. Now we're gonna have people. What are we gonna do about all the Ewoks now, man? All the Ewoks are unemployed.
God.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Willy Wonka 6.
All right, we're gonna hop out of here, guys. We had a fun time. Enjoy your Star Wars. Enjoy your Memorial Weekend coming up, man. Hopefully, you guys have a fun time. I know we are, and we'll see you next time, right, Ricky?
Oh yeah.
All right. As always, safe travels
and safe entertaining yourself.
Hey you, thanks for sticking through and listening into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. If you are a fan of this podcast and like what you heard, be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast from to be notified for new episodes. Please leave us feedback or suggestions for future episodes. And as always, safe travels and safe entertaining yourself.